I've had this deck since it dropped in Duelist Alliance. All the core monsters, they're commons and rares. I've just been waiting on a certain card to get before I played it, actually, because I didn't want to play this deck without it, and I'll get it to that later. But I built Super Heavyweight Samurais finally. I wanted to try it since it came out, because it just seemed like a really interesting archetype. It reminded me of Total Defense Shogun, attack in defense, and I love that card back in the day. It was one of my favorite cards when it first came out. So picked up this deck. Now it doesn't have any of the new stuff from the new set. I read over them once, and I didn't really think any of them were that great. I could be mistaken. I have to read over them again just to see. But this is just the stuff from Duelist Alliance. I really liked the monsters in that. I thought they was really good. But I'm gonna get into it. Just now, this is gonna be a really quick deck profile. I'll have his main deck. Extra deck for this deck would just be generic stuff. So whatever you want to throw in it. But anyway, we'll get into this. The Big Wing Kai. He's your main big guy. You want to get on the field as soon as possible. Allows all your super heavyweight samurai monsters to attack in defense mode. He is your main guy, as I said. 3,500 defense is nothing to laugh at. I mean, essentially a 3,500 attacker. We have 3 blue brawler. Can't be destroyed by battle. 2,000 defense. Essentially 2,000 attack. So, yeah. 3 swordsmen. I really like swordsman. He just that surprise factor. If you draw into him first turn and set this guy, and your opponent just like attacks into him, whether he dies or not, his effect will still kick in where their attack becomes 0. So I can set up your play for next turn if you just run over their monster. It really makes them. It's a very very defensive deck. A very slow paced deck, especially with this guy, because your opponent will just they won't want to sacrifice their monster running into this guy most likely, and if they do, it just makes them think about their plays a little harder than they should. But that's it for the Super Heavyweight Samurais. Like I said, all I run is the one from Duelist Alliance, just the 9 card engine from that set. I probably will work with the new guys once I get. I didn't pull any at the sneak peek. I'll just have to read over their effects again. 3 Giant Rat. He is your Big Benkai summoner. They run into him, you can special summon Big Benkai. He is 1,000 attack. When he's brought out, you can switch him to defense, and then there you go. You can summon any of the other guys as well, but Big Benkai is your main one to go for. Then we have 3 Trap Trick Marmello and 2 Dionea. I've been running, I think, in decks like this, the more roguish, non-meta decks, these are kind of essential for searching out a card like Trap Hole Nightmare, because Nightmare will stop Exciton Knight, and decks like this just can lose hardcore to just mass destruction like Exciton Knight. So I've been putting this in all like the non-meta decks that I have been running, just to search out Trap Trick Charcoal Nightmare, because getting Exciton Knight sucks ass if you don't have the proper defense to stop it. And last monster is 1 Grandma. Grandma is just really good right now. Gets rid of the constructs, the windows. Dante's does not trigger effects, so he's really good. That's it for the monster count. On to the spells. I run 3 Duality. You do most of your special summoning on your opponent's turn with Giant Rat. Occasionally you will on your turn. But this consistency, we need 1 Trap Stun. Not Trap Stun. Trade in. In case you draw a Big Benkai. I run 2 Shooting Star Bows. You attack with defense, so equip this to Big Benkai. 3,500 direct. Seems pretty cool. And then 1 Soul Charge to round out the spells. If your Big Benkai die, get him back. Onto the traps. Now this is the card that took me forever to get, and the main reason that I wouldn't play this deck without it is 3 D2 shields. If you don't know what D2 shield does, You can select one face-up defense position monster you control, and its defense becomes double its original defense. So Big Binkai would become 7,000 defense. Blue Brawler would be 4,000, and you can activate this during the damage step. And it is permanent. It's a permanent increase. So this, on Big Binkai, you equip Shooting Star Bow to him, will become a 7,000 direct attacker. And if your opponent happens to run it, he's immune to Mirror Forest, if that's relevant in any way. 3 Phoenix Chain, effect negation is very essential in this deck. 2 trap stuns, just to get your plays going, get him going off. 2 Called Haunteds, same as the Soul Charge, just to get back Big Binkai. For the trap tricks, we have the 2 Nightmares and 1 Bottomless. 1 Compulse, and then 1 Starlight Road. Again, in a deck like this, I think this card is really necessary. Mass Destruction, such as Raigeki, Darkhold, Exciton Knight, can really just wreck this deck. So I feel like this card is kind of an essential piece. For right now, anyway, just until the meta changes. This isn't a meta deck, so it's just a fun deck, and that's what I've been focusing on lately, is fun decks. But that is the deck. I'm not going to, like I said, no extra deck. Just for the Trap Tricks engine, I just throw in generic rank 4s. Whatever you have. If you felt compelled to, I guess you could run Felgrand with 2 Big Binkais. You could throw in Redox, I suppose. Just my take on the deck, how I'm going to try it out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm taking more of a turn for just playing fun decks lately, because I really got out of a competitive mood. At the beginning of the year, up till regionals, I was just playing competitively, and I just didn't have any fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I went back to just playing fun decks, and I've enjoyed it a lot more. I'm just not a competitive person. I just want to have fun. So that's what I've been doing, focusing on. So I'm playing Junk Doppel, I'm playing this, playing UAs. Just trying to enjoy the game. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But anyway, until next time, Jables out.